you better find the runner out there, because if it comes back and finds that bird dead on the spot, you're gone.
Okay, let's talk about being eye wiped. I like the terminology. It's something that's unique to the British field trials. I never even heard of it until I was associated with some British field trials. Explain what being eye wiped is.
We're just going out there. One dog is tried, or two dogs. You try another dog behind it, and it picks these dogs, the bird behind these two dogs. So it's found where the other two dogs have failed to find. That's eye wiped.
You want that in English? Or should I say American?
Let's do American instead of proper English.
How about Hoosier? We've already had a couple dogs go out there fail to find the bird, and another dog comes in and is successful. The dog or two dogs that were unsuccessful have been eye wiped, and typically that is an eliminating fault. Yep.
Okay, let's some other eliminating faults. Whining and barking is self-explanatory, especially at the line. Refusal to retrieve, failing to enter the water, running in, without being sent, and hard mouth. These are all something that we see. But one that I would like to see is changing game while retrieving. If you've got two ducks out there, two pheasants out there, and they're side by side a couple of days, and the dog would go over and might see one and go for it and smell it, and then sees the other one and just goes and picks that up. Explain the difference between the two. Between picking up one and then coming back and dropping it and getting another bird. You don't mind if it just smells one and there's 3 or 4 birds down and then picks up another one. Where's the fine line there?
If the dog goes out and there's 3 or 4 birds there and it picks a bird up and brings it back and leaves the other 3, that's not switching. Switching, just he might look at all 3 and pick number 4 up and bring it back. That's not a switch. A switch is physically going to a bird that's down, picking it up, seeing another bird, dropping that bird and proceeding to the next bird and picking it up and then bringing it back.
Okay.
And that's a pretty much an eliminating fault, and we saw that today.
Right. Are there any other points? I mean, we don't want to lose focus on what the trial is to do, is to create a good hunting dog. I mean, that's what all the trials are for.
Yep.
Is there anything that you would like to add? We've gone over these judging criteria that you saw today that I might not have asked that would be important for people that are looking at the judging criteria in these English trials.
I think you've covered it pretty well. I think you just got, at the end of the day, when you get your judges there, they've also got to make it an enjoyable day for the people that are taking part. So, I mean, when you get people enjoying things, you're going to get more people joining in. If you get too stern and too heavy with your rules and your regs, you still got to keep a guideline on that. You've got to make them enjoy it. So you've got to make sure they know what they're meant to be doing, and actually congratulate them when they've done well. You haven't got to be short of a bit of praise, really. We were talking today, Bill, weren't we? It was just saying, you never tell a person his dog's rubbish. You try and pick up some nice points. You don't want to be just down in the person all the time. You've got to look for some bright points, and then he may try with another dog, even if his dog isn't quite up to what he should be doing. And then give him the encouragement to keep trying. If you keep making negative comments about people's dogs, they're just going to give it up. You don't want to give up. You want to keep going and enjoying dogs. I mean, I don't know about you, that's what I keep doing. I enjoy my dog training, I enjoy shooting over my dogs. I think at the end of the day, if you don't enjoy it, you just will not be doing it.
That's right. Find something else to do. But we saw just about every eliminating fault by one dog or another that you could see in the last 2 days. Well, one of the dogs was hard mouth.
Yeah.
And would absolutely crush a bird when it picked it up. And there are ways to train around that. I mean, he may be hard mouth today, and you can work it out over a period of weeks and be right back in the game again. So.
On that note, I'd like to say though that as a breeder, you can train things, but I'd rather pick the dog with the natural ability. Yeah. We're identifying dogs that are going to hopefully transmit that to the next generation. It's much easier to train a dog that comes with all the natural talents than it is to train it into a dog that doesn't have it. Yeah. And while this is just maybe in a sense another dog game, I think beyond that it's a method by which we can select good hunting dogs for the next generation. I think to some degree our American field trial systems have gotten so far away from a normal day in the field that some of the traits that they're selecting for may be counterproductive to the average hunter.
And I've noticed one thing along those same lines. You can suppress those tendencies that are naturally there, like hard mouth, but you're never going to completely eliminate them. You may get by in a few field trials, but if a dog is hard mouth, the best thing to do is not breed, is go to find you another dog to breed. Breed those things out.
I don't breed from whiners. I don't breed from whiners. I don't breed from hard mouth dogs.
Right. Well, I want to thank you for judging today and explaining some of these points, the eliminating fault, major faults, credit points, to just help a novice like myself understand a little bit more the breeding criteria, not the breeding criteria, the judging criteria for which you are doing in selecting these dogs that win the contest. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.